In the past few weeks, I've talked about operationalizing your strategy and also effectively managing your tasks. Today, I'm going to be talking about setting performance indicators, which is really your KPIs. What are KPIs? They are really your key performance indicators, and they are quantifiable measures of performance over time for a specific objective. My name is Oyekemi Ajayi, and I welcome you to today's finance series. The essence of this presentation is really to help you measure and monitor your performance as you go ahead in 2024. KPIs can be set for individuals and organizations. It can be financial, which can cover your revenue, debt income, or your net profit. It can also be to hit a particular current ratio, looking at your industry standard. It can be to attain a particular level of efficiency within the organization. It may also be customer focused when you look at your per customer efficiency ratio, or you look at your customer satisfaction and your customer retention. It could be process driven, where you say, I am focusing on measuring operational performance across the entire organization. In whatever way you are looking at this, what we are saying here is that you need to track your performance, you need to measure your performance, and you can do this by computing certain ratios. For some organizations, they use analytical softwares and reporting tools. Whatever software, whatever tool you are using, ensure you measure your performance, you track them, and you take corrective measures where necessary. So as an organization, let's look at how you can measure your KPI. To measure and monitor your KPI, the first thing is you need to define what your objectives are, which we've said severally. We look at your strategies and the actions that you need to achieve these KPIs. Remember, you are measuring and monitoring. Now, you also need to, collect data and feedback where necessary. You need to analyze the data that you've gotten and the results. First of all, compute what your KPIs are, and then you can now measure it or compare it with the industry standard. For example, if we are looking at your current ratio, where we are considering your current assets to your current liabilities, let's assume that the industry you operate in, the standard ratio is a 2:1, meaning that you must be able to conveniently cover all your short-term obligations at least 2 times. What we are saying is, you as a company, when you compute that ratio, what do you have? Let's say you had a 1.2:1. What it means is that you are performing below your industry standard, and you may need to now think through it, look at the various items under this current asset and current liabilities, and see how best you can manage your working capital to help improve your current ratio. So what we are saying here is that you need to understand what you are measuring, what these KPIs are, how to measure them. I just gave an example which relates to computing a particular ratio, and then when you measure them, which is after the computation, you get your result, you compare it with your industry standard. You can also take it a step further and compare with similar companies within your industry. When you do that, the next step is for you to say, okay, what are the things that we need to do to help improve these KPIs? I hope this information has been very helpful. In subsequent presentations, I'm going to be talking about reporting KPIs, and then also looking at KPIs from an individual perspective. How do you set KPIs? How do you measure them as an individual? And what do you need to do? This will help you stay on track with your goals in 2024. I would like to see you achieve those goals that you've set for yourself. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and do have a great one.